हेलो। देखते क्या हो रहा था। यार, अरे यार, और सेटिंग्स। हाँ। My heart goes sha la 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 la, sha in the morning. Sha la la la, sha in the sunshine. Sha la la la. Sha-la-la in the evening. Sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la in the sunshine. Mhm.
Tempeh is naturally high in protein, gives you more protein than paneer and tofu with 10 times less.
No, good. I can't hear any audio then. Yeah. Hello.
देखिए डेटा है, सेमीकंडक्टर है।
You guys can hear.
देखिए डेटा है, सेमीकंडक्टर है। You guys can hear. देखिए डेटा है, सेमीकंडक्टर है।
Hello. Audio quality देखते हैं इसका। It sounds decent. Okay, no, it's really shaky. Mm-hmm. Desktop audio too. Go ahead
right?
and do this as well.
कितने कॉपी चाहिए भैया? हो गया? कितने कॉपी चाहिए भैया? हो गया? Okay, I think this should work now.
AI है इंटर चाइना की इकोनॉमी ने बूम करा, चाइना को पैसे मिले, आपके पैसे यूरोप और अमेरिका, मेरे पास पैसा होता तो मैं भी एस्टन मार्टिन ले लेता।
चाइना की इकोनॉमी ने बूम करा, चाइना को पैसे मिले, आपके पैसे यूरोप और अमेरिका के पास पैसा होता है, मार्टिन
देख रहे हैं चाणक्य क्या डायलॉग्स। इस वीडियो को लाइक करिए, हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिए, बेल आइकन दबाना बिल्कुल मत भूलिएगा। दोस्तों, सेमीकंडक्टर्स वो एक मटेरियल है, वो एक चीज है जो हमारे हर मॉडर्न इक्विपमेंट में हमें जरूरत है। गाड़ियों से लेकर, मोबाइल फोन से लेकर, ओवन से लेकर, माइक्रोवेव से लेकर, वॉशिंग मशीन से लेकर, कोई ऐसी चीज नहीं है मॉडर्न इक्विपमेंट जो आप इस्तेमाल करते हैं जिसमें सेमीकंडक्टर्स की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है। लेकिन दोस्तों, बात यह है कि भारत में सेमीकंडक्टर बनते नहीं। भारत में कोशिश बड़ी करी गई इन द पास्ट, लेकिन सेमीकंडक्टर भारत में नहीं बनते हैं। और एक गवर्नमेंट के सीनियर ऑफिशियल है, किसी मंत्री ने बोला था कि लाख सवा लाख रुपए का लैपटॉप अगर भारत में सेमीकंडक्टर्स बने तो लाख सवा लाख रुपए का लैपटॉप 40-45 हजार में बिकेगा। इतना फर्क पड़ जाता है दोस्तों, इतना ज्यादा फर्क पड़ता है। खबर यह है तो प्रधानमंत्री ने सबको गांधीनगर गुजरात में बुला दिया, और यहां पे बात है कि इंडिया इज रोलिंग आउट द रेड कार्पेट फॉर सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री। प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी सेड ऑन फ्राइडे, मोदी जी ने कल यह बोला है कि भाई रेड कार्पेट है, स्वागत है आपका, पधारो हमारे देश, सेमीकंडक्टर वाले जितने भी आ सकते हैं आओ, स्वागत है आपका। सबको बुलाया वहां पे, और जैसा मैंने बोला कि साउथ कोरिया से भी लोग वहां पे, यूएस से भी लोग वहां पे, ताइवान से भी लोग, दुनिया भर के लोग वहां पे बैठे। ये कहते हैं कि सिर्फ ये बात नहीं है कि इंडिया को चिप्स चाहिए सेमीकंडक्टर के, बात ये नहीं है, बात ये है कि वर्ल्ड को ट्रस्टेड पार्टनर चाहिए सप्लाई चेन। ये चक्कर क्या है ट्रस्टेड पार्टनर का? ये किसकी ओर इशारा कर रहे हैं आप सोचिए, और कमेंट्स में लिखिए किसकी तरफ इशारा कर रहे हैं। अगर भारत ट्रस्टेड पार्टनर है, जो कि मोदी जी कह रहे हैं कि भारत को, दुनिया को एक ट्रस्टेड पार्टनर चाहिए भारत में, तो कौन ऐसा है जो ट्रस्टेड पार्टनर नहीं है? जरा लिखिए ना कमेंट्स में, मजा आएगा, फिर उस देश को ट्रोल करेंगे हाका नूडल्स खाते हुए। अच्छा जी, एनीवे, तो सेमीकंडक्टर, सेमीकॉन इंडिया करके ये उन्होंने बातचीत करी यहां पे। सेमीकॉन इंडिया, ये फंक्शन था बहुत बड़ा, सेमीकॉन इंडिया 2023। दोस्तों, यूएस के टॉप सेमीकंडक्टर फर्म्स, इन्होंने बड़ी तारीफ करी है फ्राइडे को प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी के विजन की, भारत के विजन की, और बोला है कि वर्ल्ड्स 5th लार्जेस्ट इकोनॉमी यानी कि इंडिया लुक्स दैट इट इज पोजिशनिंग इटसेल्फ टू बिकम अ सेमीकंडक्टर पावर हाउस। यह बहुत बड़ा स्टेटमेंट है, यह अपने आप में बहुत बड़ा स्टेटमेंट है दोस्तों। इसमें यह बोला गया है कि सब इंडिया चिप स्ट्रैटेजी, अब सुनिएगा, The event with some of the world's biggest chip firms highlights India's ambitions to become a major hub for semiconductors, along with the likes of US, Taiwan and South Korea. तो जो अभी US, ताइवान, साउथ कोरिया हैं, जो वर्ल्ड सेमीकंडक्टर के लीडर्स हैं, चाइना भी घुसने की कोशिश कर रहा है, चाइना भी टांग अड़ा रहा है, घुसने की कोशिश कर रहा है। इनका यह कहना है मोदी जी का कि इंडिया विल बिकम वन ऑफ द टॉप 3, टॉप 4। इनको बोल रहे हैं इन्वेस्ट। अच्छा, ये लोग करेंगे क्या? देखिए, एक तो ये कह रहे हैं कि भाई तुम आओ, हम तुम्हें पैसे का भी फायदा देंगे, हम तुम्हें जमीन भी देंगे, हम तुम्हें फैसिलिटीज देंगे, हम तुम्हें टैक्स बेनिफिट्स देंगे, बिजली जो भी है तुम्हारा, हम सब बेनिफिट्स देंगे, तुम इंडिया आओ और सेमीकंडक्टर्स बनाओ। दूसरी चीज, इंडियन कंपनीज को बोल रहे हैं कि इनसे पार्टनर करो, इनसे टेक्नोलॉजी लो। तो दो लेवल पे गेम हो रहा है दोस्तों। मैं आपको बता रहा हूं, सेमीकंडक्टर्स, आप बोल रहे हैं कि मेजर साहब आप सेमीकंडक्टर्स की बात क्यों कर रहे हैं? आप तो नेशनल सिक्योरिटी, जियोपॉलिटिक्स, फॉरेन अफेयर्स की बातें करते हैं। मैं एक बात बता रहा हूं आपको दोस्तों, सेमीकंडक्टर्स एक्चुअली एक नेशनल सिक्योरिटी का मामला है। ये आपको समझना पड़ेगा। सेमीकंडक्टर्स जो हैं, इट इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ नेशनल सिक्योरिटी। और ये बहुत, जो सेमीकंडक्टर, देखिए डेटा है, सेमीकंडक्टर है, राइट, एआई है, जो इनमें कंट्रोल पालेगा, ही विल रूल द वर्ल्ड टुमारो। कल की जो लड़ाई है ना, तोप गोलों की होगी, नो डाउट, लेकिन इनकी भी लड़ाई होगी, इनकी भी लड़ाई होगी दोस्तों। इसलिए बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है ये सेमीकंडक्टर वाला मामला। ठीक है जी। अब इसमें ये कहते हैं कि सीईओ ऑफ माइक्रॉन एंड केडेंस एंड सीनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव्स एट अप्लाइड मटेरियल एंड एएमडी वर ऑन स्टेज एट अ मेजर सेमीकंडक्टर इवेंट इन इंडिया अलोंगसाइड प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी। तो पीएम मोदी ने क्या, अच्छा, पीएम मोदी की ना एक बड़ी आदत है प्राइम मिनिस्टर की, ये जब भी जाते हैं किसी भी ऐसे डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज, उनको पता है कि डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज को चलाता कौन है। देखिए, उनका जो निजाम है, उनका जो सेटअप है, वो तो जाहिर सी बात है, वहां की जो डेमोक्रेसी है, वहां की गवर्नमेंट है, वहां का जो सिस्टम है, वो चलाता है। लेकिन कौन लोग हैं जो उसमें जान फूकते हैं? कॉर्पोरेट्स हैं। ये मोदी जी को पता है, ही नोज वेरी वेल इसमें जान कौन फूक रहा है यार, कौन चला रहा है इस पूरी चीज को। अमेरिका को वॉल स्ट्रीट चलाती है, दिस इज कॉमन नॉलेज। जो वॉल स्ट्रीट है वो यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका को चलाती है, वही अमेरिका का डीप स्टेट का हिस्सा है, वही अमेरिका की कोट अनकोट एस्टेब्लिशमेंट है, वॉल स्ट्रीट, पेंटागन, ये सब मिला के। ठीक है ना। अब आपको यह भी बात पता है, और लोग कई बार कह चुके हैं, ये सच है, कि जो 20 साल अमेरिका ने लड़ाई लड़ी अफगानिस्तान में, $3 ट्रिलियन खर्च कर दिया अमेरिकन सरकार ने, टैक्स पेयर का पैसा, वो आया कहां से? वो तो टैक्सेस से आया, वो तो बॉन्ड से आया, लेकिन वापस कहां गया? क्या वो अफगानिस्तान में लगा वो पैसा? अगर अफगानिस्तान में $3 ट्रिलियन लगते तो अफगानिस्तान दुबई नहीं बन जाता। अगर $3 ट्रिलियन लगते तो वो पैसा अफगानिस्तान के थ्रू वापस अमेरिका चला गया। आया अफगानिस्तान, वो यू टर्न लिया, जैसे इमरान खान यू टर्न लेता ना, वहां से आया, टक 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 टक, वापस अमेरिका। बिग बिजनेस। अमेरिकन ट्रेजरी से पैसा आया, अफगानिस्तान से यू टर्न लेके डायरेक्टली चला गया दोस्तों वॉल स्ट्रीट। ये समझने वाली बात है। मोदी जी इस चीज को पहचानते हैं, इसलिए जब भी जाते हैं सीईओ से मिलते हैं, उनको पता है कि काम तो इन्हीं ने करना है, काम यही करेंगे। काम जो बाइडेन नहीं करेगा, जो बाइडेन पॉलिसीज लिखेगा, जो बाइडेन अप्रूवल देगा, लेकिन ग्राउंड पे काम तो कॉर्पोरेट्स ने करना है। तो इन्होंने क्या करा, देखिए मैं फिर से आपको नाम बताता हूं। इन्होंने माइक्रॉन, केडेंस, अप्लाइड मटेरियल्स और एएमडी। एएमडी का आपने वो देखेंगे ना, वो चिप्स आते हैं एएमडी के, आपको दुकानों में मिल जाएंगे, सेम कंपनी। तो इन्होंने इनके सीईओज को स्टेज पे बैठाया, उनको बड़ी इज्जत दी और उनको बोला कि बॉस आप करो, वी आर देयर विद यू, आपको चाहिए क्या? अच्छा, हर एक धंधे वाला चाहता है कि उसका धंधा एक्सपैंड हो, बिकॉज ही इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू शेयर होल्डर्स, राइट। मोदी जी कह रहे हैं कि हम लोग बैठे हैं यहाँ पे बिजनेस करने के लिए, तुम बताओ तुम्हें क्या चाहिए? माहौल चाहिए ना, तुम्हें एनवायरनमेंट चाहिए, तुम्हें पैसा चाहिए, तुम्हें जमीन चाहिए, तुम्हें टैक्स बेनिफिट्स चाहिए, तुम्हें एक कंसिस्टेंट और कांस्टेंट और रिलायबल सप्लाई चेन चाहिए। वो सब दे रहे हैं ना तुम्हें, सब दे रहे हैं, एक 360 डिग्रीज एनवायरनमेंट दे रहे हैं। और बताओ क्या चाहिए तुम्हें? तो प्रपोजल ऐसा, यही प्रपोजल मोदी जी ने उसके सामने रखा था, एलोन मस्क के सामने। एलोन मस्क कहता है जी मैं आपका फैन हूं। फैन क्या हूं, उसको पैसे दिख रहे हैं यार यहाँ पे। तो एलोन मस्क कहता है मैं आता हूं यहाँ पे। ठीक है, एप्पल, अब टाटा घुस गया इस गेम में, टाटा घुस गया इस गेम में, तो एप्पल कहता है वेरी वेल, टाटा बनाएगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। चाइना से निकल रहे हैं, धीरे धीरे लोग इंडिया आ रहे हैं, ये गेम चल रहा है पूरा दोस्तों। सो नेशनल सिक्योरिटी के पर्सपेक्टिव में जो मैंने आपको बात बताई ना, इसमें क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है, हम धीरे धीरे जो हथियार खरीद रहे हैं, धीरे धीरे जो वेपन्स खरीद रहे हैं, राइट, सब में सेमीकंडक्टर की जरूरत है, सब में दोस्तों। वो सिर्फ तमंचे राइफल वाले दिन चले गए। आपके जो लेटेस्ट मिसाइल सिस्टम है, आपके अग्नि से लेकर आपके हर चीज से लेकर जो लेटेस्ट आपकी मिसाइल्स हैं, लेटेस्ट एयर डिफेंस सिस्टम्स हैं, लेटेस्ट कंप्यूटर्स हैं, लेटेस्ट आपके इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वॉरफेयर की वो हैं, सिग्नल की इक्विपमेंट है, जो भी लड़ाई का साजो सामान है, यू रिक्वायर सेमीकंडक्टर्स इन एवरीथिंग। सेमीकंडक्टर्स आपको हर एक चीज में चाहिए, हर एक चीज में चाहिए। विदाउट सेमीकंडक्टर्स आप लड़ाई नहीं लड़ सकते आज की। इसलिए नेशनल सिक्योरिटी पर्सपेक्टिव से भी ये बहुत जरूरी है दोस्तों।
सीए परस्यू करने का डिसीजन सिर्फ पहला स्टेप था, अभी लड़ाई बहुत लंबी है। लोगों को लगता है हम कॉमर्स वाले चिल मारते हैं तो लगी, मुझे तो बस इस टाइटल को रियलिटी बनाना है। सीए आर्ची मेहता।
India is looking to lure in foreign firms to invest with AMD, saying it plans to invest around 400 million over the next 5 years. AMD ने कमिटमेंट कर दी है $400 मिलियन की, राइट? और बाकी जो कंपनियां हैं, आपको पता है ना, एक फॉक्सकॉन का जो एप्पल बनाती है फोन, उसका भी एक टाई अप हो रहा था एक और इंडियन कंपनी के साथ। वो टूट गया टाई अप क्योंकि दोनों अलग अलग परस्यू कर रहे हैं। तो वो पैसा वापस इंडिया में आएगा, कमिटमेंट होगी उसकी और वो करेंगे पूरा, लेकिन दे वांट टू डू इट विद सेपरेट पार्टनर्स। तो ये जो ब्रेकअप हुआ है, तो इट्स नॉट अ बिग डील, दे आर स्टिल गोइंग टू इन्वेस्ट इन इंडिया ओनली। ऐसा नहीं कि इंडिया की इन्वेस्टमेंट कहीं बाहर चली गई। काफी लोग ये गलत फहमी फैला रहे थे कि साहब वो इंडिया में पैसा आने वाला था, और ये हो गया, ये कुछ नहीं हुआ, एवरीथिंग इज ओके, ठीक है, शोबे भालो, एवरीथिंग इज गुड। सो दिस इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग नाउ। ये था हमारा सेमीकंडक्टर का मामला। बहुत बड़ी खबर है दोस्तों, मैं बार बार इसको क्यों रिपीट कर रहा हूं, क्योंकि इसमें नेशनल सिक्योरिटी का बहुत बड़ा एक एंगल है, बहुत बड़ा एंगल है। हमारे ड्रोन्स, ठीक है, हमारे लेटेस्ट आर्टिलरी, हमारे लेटेस्ट टैंक्स, हमारे लेटेस्ट वेपन सिस्टम्स, हमारी सबमरीन्स, हमारे एयरक्राफ्ट कैरियर्स, ठीक है, हमारे डिस्ट्रॉयर्स, हमारे फ्रिगेट्स, हमारे कॉर्वेट्स, हमारे आर्म ड्रोन्स जो हम अमेरिका से ले रहे हैं, हमारे ड्रोन्स जो हम इंडिया में बना रहे हैं। कोई ऐसी चीज़ नहीं है जिसमें ये चीज़ की ज़रूरत नहीं है सेमीकंडक्टर की। सेमीकंडक्टर यूज एवरीवेयर। मैंने सिर्फ आपको इसलिए बताया माइक्रोवेव क्योंकि वो आपके घर में है, आपको पता है, लेकिन ईच एंड एवरीथिंग रिक्वायर्स सेमीकंडक्टर्स, ईच एंड एवरी सिंगल थिंग। आप समझ लीजिए कितना फायदा होने वाला है दोस्तों भारत को, कितना ज़्यादा फायदा होने वाला है। अच्छा, एक और चीज़ है कि चाइना ने, अब हम चाइना पे आते हैं, चाइना ने बड़ी कोशिश करी यार। चाइना ये कह रहा है कि साहब अभी हमें एक्सपैंड करना है, अभी हमें एक्सपैंड करना है। ब्रिक्स 5 देश हैं, ठीक है, ब्राजील, रशिया, इंडिया, चाइना, साउथ अफ्रीका, ठीक है, ब्राजील, रशिया, इंडिया, चाइना, साउथ अफ्रीका, ये बनते हैं ब्रिक्स। अब चाइना ये कह रहा है कि हमें इसको एक्सपैंड करना है। चाइना एक्सपैंड क्यों करना चाहता है ब्रिक्स, ये बहुत जरूरी है समझना। चाइना अपने आप को यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका का दुश्मन समझता है और अमेरिका भी इनको अपना दुश्मन समझता है। दोनों एक दूसरे को अपना कॉम्पिटिटर भी समझते हैं, दुश्मन भी समझते हैं। और ये वर्ड में दुश्मन क्यों यूज कर रहा हूं, क्योंकि वो कहते हैं तुम्हारा प्लेन मार गिराएंगे, वो कहते हैं तुम्हारा प्लेन मार गिराएंगे, एक दूसरे को डराते रहते हैं, करते वर्ते कुछ है नहीं, इसलिए मैं इनको दुश्मन कह रहा हूं दोस्तों। अब नेक्स्ट स्टेप पे क्या होने वाला है, चाइना चाहता है कि ब्रिक्स जैसी बॉडी, राइट, ब्रिक्स जैसी बॉडी या फिर एससीओ जो शांघाई कोऑपरेशन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जिसका भारत भी मेंबर है, इन सब ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को, जहां पे चाइना सबसे अमीर मुल्क है, यह सबसे ज्यादा वेट कैरी करता है बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स इकोनॉमी, चाइना इनको ओवर पावर करना चाहता है और चाइना कहता है कि हम इनको चलाएंगे। क्योंकि चाइना यह कह रहा है कि जो इंस्टीट्यूशंस है, मल्टीलैटरल इंस्टीट्यूशंस, उसमें तो अमेरिका की साख है। अब देखो, वर्ल्ड बैंक अमेरिका का, ठीक है, IMF अमेरिका का, नहीं है ये वर्ल्ड बॉडीज, लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा फंड कौन, इनको कंट्रोल कौन करता है? आप ये कह सकते हैं इसका हेडक्वार्टर यहां पे है जी, इसका अमेरिका से कोई लेना देना, सबका लेना देना अमेरिका से भाई, सबका लेना देना। अमेरिका वो शक्ति है जो सबका संचालन कर रही है दुनिया में। FATF की बात कर लो तो सिंगापुर, नो, यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका। लेट्स बी वेरी क्लियर, ग्लोबल इकोनॉमी कौन चला रहा है? यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका। उसके कितने भी बुरे हाल हो, चला कौन रहा है? यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका। और उसके अगेंस्ट अगर चाइना को खड़ा होना है तो चाइना को भी, यूनाइटेड नेशंस सबसे बड़ी बॉडी वर्ल्ड की कहां पे है? न्यूयॉर्क कहां पे? अमेरिका। भाई द वर्ल्ड इज बीइंग रन बाय अमेरिका। अब धीरे धीरे क्या है कि लोग अमेरिका से अलग हो रहे हैं, डी डॉलराइजेशन की बात हो रही है कि हम डॉलर को यूज, जैसे भारत खुद एक काम कर रहा है, लेकिन क्या है कि चीन को आगे नहीं बढ़ने देना। मैं आपको बता रहा हूं क्यों। अगर अमेरिका आगे बढ़े तो समझ में आती है बात, अमेरिका डेमोक्रेसी, इंडिया डेमोक्रेसी। चीन यार, जो बंदे कुत्ते चमगादड़ नहीं छोड़ते वो आपको छोड़ देंगे। आज वो कहते हैं हिंदी चीनी भाई, आज वो भाई बोलते हैं, टुमारो बोलेंगे नो यू आर द मेन्यू। आप कौन है जी? मेरा नाम गौरव आर्या। कौन गौरव आर्या? अरे गौरव आर्या फॉर डिनर, ये मुझे खाने की बात करेंगे, आपको खाने की बात करेंगे। चाइनीज हैं ऐसे, वो मैं जोक नहीं कर रहा आपको, ये हैं ऐसे। दे आर पीपल विद अ हाईली एग्रेसिव मेंटालिटी, जिनको जब तक जूते पड़ते हैं ना तब तक ये शांत रहते हैं। जब आप इनको जूते मारना बंद करेंगे फिर फर फर करेंगे, राइट। तो अब ये चाह रहा है चाइना कि और लोगों को ये इसमें इन्वॉल्व कर ले। भारत और ब्राजील ने ऑब्जेक्ट करा है। भारत और ब्राजील ने बोला कि चल ना दादा, चल ना, हम मानते ही नहीं। China has repeatedly lobbied for expansion during those meetings, said the officials who asked not to be identified. Dozens of other nations are also clamoring to join the alliance, fueling Western concerns. The group is moving to become a counterweight to Washington and the European Union. अब देखो जी, इसमें potential new members include Indonesia and Saudi Arabia. चाइना एंड पाकिस्तान वर्सेस इंडिया इज ब्रिक्स। तो इसमें क्या है कि भाई पाकिस्तान तो इसका हिस्सा है नहीं, पर पाकिस्तान को चाइना लाना चाहता है बीच में, क्योंकि चाइना को एक दो पालतू चाहिए, जिनको जब बोले भौंक तो भौंक, जब बोले काट तो काट। चाइना नहीं समबडी, भाई सेठ जाता है कहीं पे, सेठ को हाथ पैर दबाने के लिए नौकर तो चाहिए। तो पाकिस्तान को, तो ब्रिक्स विल बिकम प्रिक्स। पाकिस्तान जहां इन्वॉल्व होता है वहां गड़बड़ होती है। एनीवे, ये एक बहुत बड़ी स्टोरी है दोस्तों कि इंडिया और ब्राजील ने मिलकर चाइना को कर दिया है ब्लॉक, और बोला है कि भाईजान इसमें अभी एक्सपेंशन नहीं होगा, रुक जाओ, इसमें एक्सपेंशन नहीं होगा। चाइना कर ही रहा है, डिसरप्ट कर दो सबको। मैं एक और चीज बोलना चाहता हूं, जो हमारे एनआरआई भाई बहन है ना, मैं उनको एक बात समझाना चाहता हूं। यार देखो सुनो, खासतौर से जो हमारे यूएस और यूरोप में एनआरआईज हैं, खासतौर से ये जो आप कहते हो ना कि चाइना इज ए डेंजर, चाइना इज ए डेंजर, आप लोगों ने ये भस्मासुर तैयार करा है। ये जो चाइना नाम का भस्मासुर है ना, आप लोगों ने तैयार करा है। आपसे मेरी मुराद अमेरिका से और यूरोप से, आप लोगों ने तैयार करा है भस्मासुर। आपने पैसे दिए, आपने बोला यार मुझे ना सस्ते नाइकी के शूज चाहिए यार, मुझे सस्ते एडिडास के शूज चाहिए यार, ओहो मुझे ना आई वांट चीपर यू नो जीप्स, आई वांट अ चीपर मर्सिडीज। और चीपर कहां से मिलेगा? चाइना से मिलेगा चीपर। चलो सब कुछ चाइना को दे दो। चीपर के चक्कर में आपने खुद के लोगों की नौकरी मरवा दी। वहां पे जो आपके ब्लू कॉलर वर्कर हैं वो बेचारे सड़क पे आ गए। पूरे यूरोप और अमेरिका में आपने उनका बैंड बजा दिया, और आपने चाइना में एक बूम लाए। चाइना अरबोंपति बन गए। चाइना में कितने हजारों लोग वहां पे करोड़पति अरबोंपति बन गए चाइना में। चाइना की इकोनॉमी ने बूम करा, चाइना को पैसे मिले, आपके पैसे, यूरोप और अमेरिका के पैसे लेकर चाइना अब चौधरी बन रहा है आपको काटना। भस्मासुर ने यही करा था ना, वही कर रहा है भस्मासुर वाला काम। जो उसको कुछ दे रहा है उस वही चीज लेके ताकतवर बन रहा है, फिर उसी को भस्म करने की कोशिश कर रहा है। और ये आप लोगों को बात नहीं समझ में आती, फिर भी मुझे सस्ते नाइकी मिल जाए, सस्ती कमीज मिल जाए, सस्ती बनियान मिल जाए, सस्ता जांघिया मिल जाए, सस्ते मोजे, इसी में सस्ते में ही लगेगा। और जिसको जो सस्ता तुम्हें दे रहा है वो तुम्हारा बैंड बजा रहा है। और तुम्हारे हर एक भाई, हर एक नेशनल सिक्योरिटी डॉक्यूमेंट जो निकला है अमेरिका से पिछले 5 साल में, वो यही बोल रहा है कि चाइना इज द प्राइमरी थ्रेट, चाइना इज द प्राइमरी थ्रेट, चाइना से बचो। ये जर्मनी कह रहा है, ये अमेरिका कह रहा है, ये ऑस्ट्रेलिया कह रहा है, ये यूके कह रहा है, इंग्लैंड, ये सारे लोग कह रहे हैं कि चाइना इज द प्राइमरी थ्रेट, और ये चाइना तुम्हें खाने की कोशिश कर रहा है। जितनी जल्दी अपनी फैक्ट्रियां निकालोगे चाइना से, जितनी तीव्र गति से अपने बिजनेस बंद करोगे चाइना में और चाइना से बाहर लेकर जाओगे, इंडिया लाओ तो ठीक, फिलीपींस ले जाओ तो ठीक, साउथ कोरिया ले जाओ तो ठीक, जहां खुशी है वहां ले जाओ, लेकिन चाइना से वो बिजनेस निकालो। क्योंकि चाइना को बिजनेस देते रहोगे, सस्ते जांघिया बनियान, सस्ते तौलिया, सस्ता टीवी, सस्ता माइक्रोवेव, तुम्हारे जांघिया बनियान नहीं बचेंगे भाई। सारे के सारे अमेरिका वालों, व्हाइट हाउस वालों, मैं तुम्हें बोल रहा हूं, ये जो यूरोपियन पार्लियामेंट में, ईयू की पार्लियामेंट में बैठे हैं ना, और जो 10 डाउनिंग स्ट्रीट में बैठे हैं, मैं आप लोगों को बोल रहा हूं, ये तन के कपड़े निकाल देगा चाइना, तन के कपड़े। तब पता लगेगा कितना बड़ा खतरा है ये। हम तो डील कर रहे हैं इसके साथ, हमारे बगल में, इसलिए मैं पता है। तुम लोग तो 7 समुंदर पार रहते हो, सिर्फ कागज लिख रहे हो वहां पर, ये हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा। चाइना विल डिस्ट्रॉय यू, बिकॉज ये कैसा है कि ये लड़ाई से डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं करता चाइना। चाइना लोकस्ट होते हैं ना, वो क्या बोलते हैं लोकस्ट को, वो आते हैं करोड़ों की तादाद में आते हैं, वो चिपट जाते हैं वहां से, वो पेड़ के पत्ते वत्ते सब खा जाते हैं, क्रॉप्स को, पूरी फसलें बर्बाद कर देते हैं। उस टाइप का एक ये मेनेस है चाइना, एंड इट नीड्स टू बी कंट्रोल्ड, इट नीड्स टू बी फॉट। और आखिरी में दोस्तों एक खबर है कि इंडिया sees a free trade agreement with Britain as crucial to hopes of becoming a bigger exporter, while the UK would obtain wider access for its whiskey, premium cars and legal services. बिल्कुल ठीक जगह तुम आयो ब्रिटेन, तुम बिल्कुल ठीक जगह आयो। प्रीमियम कार्स ब्रिटेन की कौन सी है? रोल्स रॉयस है, एस्टन मार्टिन है, ठीक है। ये जो तुम्हारी 2-3 कार्स हैं, जैगुआर तो ये लैंड रोवर हो गई तो टाटा ने खरीद ली, ठीक है। ये प्रीमियम कार्स एक तो इंडिया में इसी के लिए लोग पागल हैं, राइट। मेरे पास पैसा होता तो मैं भी एस्टन मार्टिन ले लेता, लेकिन मेरे पास है नहीं, ठीक है जी। एनीवे, विस्की जिंदाबाद यहाँ पे। तो ये ब्रिटेन कह रहा है कि भाई मुझे आपके साथ साइन करनी है फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट। इंडिया कह रहा है कि हमें मार्केट चाहिए। ऋषि सुनाक भी कमिटेड है, मोदी जी भी कमिटेड है, और फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट से दोनों देशों को बहुत फायदा होने वाला है, बहुत ज्यादा फायदा होने वाला है। India and Britain could sign a free trade agreement this year as both countries have reached consensus on the broad contours of the proposed deal, aiming to boost economic growth and jobs. तो ये टॉप मिनिस्ट्री के ऑफिशियल्स ने कहा है कि भाई ये दोनों मुल्क चाहते हैं हो जाए, इससे जॉब्स बढ़ेंगे, इससे इकोनॉमी बढ़ेगी, इससे सब कुछ बढ़ेगा, और हम लोग अग्री कर गए हैं। फुल स्टॉप कॉमा पे अग्रीमेंट हो गया, साइन करने वाली बात है। वी वांट टू फाइनलाइज द डील एट द अर्लीस्ट, सुनील बर्थवाल, इंडियाज कॉमर्स सेक्रेटरी, टोल्ड रिपोर्टर्स ऑन फ्राइडे। ही सेड that on almost all consensus issues negotiations were completed and the deal will be signed much before the end of the year. इस साल के पहले पहले गेम प्लान हो जाएगा इनका साइन। सुनाक साहब और मोदी साहब दोनों मिलकर साइन कर देंगे फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट बिफोर इंडिया गोज इनटू इलेक्शंस नेक्स्ट ईयर। इट विल बी वेल अंडरवे। इंडिया की इकोनॉमी को जबरदस्त बूस्ट मिलेगा, क्योंकि इंडिया बहुत कुछ सप्लाई करेगा यूके को, और यूके की इकोनॉमी को बहुत वो करेगा, क्योंकि यार जो सही बात है, कुछ चीजें यूके जो बनाता है ना, nobody else can make that, उस लेवल की चीजें कोई नहीं बना पाता। दे आर फैंटास्टिक इन दैट। सो उनके सारे ब्रांड्स यहां पे आएंगे और उनको प्रेफरेंशियल ट्रीटमेंट मिलेगा, हमें भी और उनको भी। तो आई थिंक दिस इज गोइंग टू हेल्प बोथ द कंट्रीज। दोस्तों, वीडियो देखने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अगर ये वीडियो पसंद आए ना तो वीडियो को लाइक जरूर करिएगा, हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिए, बेल आइकन दबाना बिल्कुल मत भूलिएगा दोस्तों। जय हिंद, वंदे मातरम, भारत माता की जय।
Ben Affleck's Batman appearance, although only briefly in the Flash movie, managed to display an awesome fight scene. But Batfleck's appearance must be dirtied in the Flash movie. How would you explain that, Batman, after using one of Batman's best suits, then replaced it with a suit like this?
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Not only that, Batman also has to deal with jokes about sex. Batman, who is a badass character, still has to respond to the Flash's jokes. You also certainly won't forget Batman's PS2-like CGI appearance, but at least we can see him smiling. Behind all that, the worst thing is that we most likely won't see Ben Affleck's Batman again because of DC's reset. But for all the bad things about Ben Affleck's Batman in The Flash, Batman remains one of my favorite characters in the DCEU.
The fact that like podcast clips are so boring now that like, you have to have a fucking Subway Surfer thing at the bottom, just otherwise I can't watch it.
When did that become like a meta for like TikToks?
I did a video and someone re-uploaded the entire thing to TikTok, but they put Rocket League highlights below it and it got 20 million views.
Welcome to another episode of Trash Taste. I'm Connor, and once again I'm joined by the boys, Joey and Garn, and today we have a very special guest, Laserbeam.
G'day, how's it going?
Do you like being referred to as Laserbeam?
That or Lannon. Either
Lannon,
is fine.
alright,
However you want to do it. I had a substitute teacher call me Langland as a kid.
Langland.
Don't know where she got the G from. A bit worrying if your substitute teacher can't read. But,
I feel like
Pretty sure Langland's not even a real name either. So it's like,
I
don't know how they got
mean,
that.
some people would say Lannon's not a real name. You know, I've never met someone with that as a first name.
That's true.
It's okay. A lot of people think Gaunt is a real name, which it probably isn't, but you know,
it's not real.
It is. It is if you believe it is.
yeah, my entire life has just been a mispronunciation of my name. But I remember at one point I was like the only Gaunt on Facebook, like as a first name, because so
What a flex.
yeah, that's a
Massive
flex.
flex.
That's how I know the name's rare. Unless you type it out
Any
in
other
time.
Lannons on Facebook?
No, so it's like weirdly enough, it's like a last name that some people have, like
okay.
spelt the exact way. A lot of people have Lennon, but
Lennon.
which is like Lennon or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was named after the Beatle, but misspelled differently. My dad's like specifically, I want my son to have a hard time at school. Like, took one look at me like, fuck this kid.
It creates
You
character.
know, he wanted the girl, and he was like, oh fuck another boy. So he's like.
My favorite Beatle, John Lennon.
He's also like one of the most questionable of the Beatles. It's just like, he had issues.
Could have been Ringo. Could have
Could have been Ringo.
Yeah.
Could have been Ringo.
So, to anyone who doesn't know you who's watching this, do you want to just maybe give a brief little explanation?
Oh
of what
god,
you've done,
that's
your background?
how do you summarize yourself? I play a lot of Fortnite. I make YouTube videos. Some people like them, some people don't. Get a lot of hate comments.
Well, that's because you also get like, ridiculous amount of views on your videos. So it's
Sometimes. But
I think
yeah, no.
count in views, it's
yeah,
kind of
you're like,
inevitable.
yeah,
you know?
man, only 5 million views. I fell off.
I do say that.
Oh,
Oh my
God.
I do say that, unfortunately.
Oh my
Bro, I
God.
wish, man. I
Yeah.
wish.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know.
One day maybe.
Peak Fortnite was a different breed. Yeah, no, I've been doing it 8.5 years. Started smashing things with machines. That was my first channel.
Wait, what?
And then that's a long story.
We
we
got
got
time. We
plenty
got
of
time.
time.
Wait.
We got time.
How did we go from Fortnite to yes?
Well, I was a construction worker, so
Right.
Oh shit! Wow.
I was just bored, and I didn't want to be a concreter forever. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll make videos because I watch a lot of machinima. You know, I watch a lot of gaming content
How
back
old
in
are
like,
you at this point?
when I was 19, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, 19. Sort of just realized didn't want to do construction forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh well, there's enough gamers out there. There's enough people doing that shit. So I'll do something different. So I just was trying to think, what do I have that other people wouldn't have?
Right.
And
Access to.
luckily, I know how to drive an excavator. I know how to drive a bobcat. So after work, I just like set up a microwave, like swing it around like I'm playing t-ball with an excavator. I was like a budget slow-mo, guys. I bought
Except
a
there was
slow-mo.
no slow-mo.
Well, no, I bought a slow-mo camera, but it was like a really shit one. So I was like, and this was like, almost 10 years ago, 9 years ago, or whatever.
Yeah,
So it was like,
yeah.
It's like this baby can do
like
120
1 pixel.
it was like
frames.
360p and shit. It was really bad. It's kind of funny. After 6 months of doing that, I had 60 subs, and then all my camera gear got stolen.
Oh
I was in
shit!
a regional country town, lots of crime. And that's where I was like, fuck it, might as well do gaming. All I had left was my laptop.
So it came full circle. You're like, fuck those gamers.
Well, it was just more like, I have no choice now. I can't replace this like $5,000 in camera gear. That was my life savings.
Oh
my god, it's all gone. Like,
How did you lose it?
They just stole it.
What did you like? They broke in and.
Yeah, it's still unsolved mystery. So if anyone knows, anyone has any tip-offs.
I like how you sounded so like you're like they can just take things.
No, I'm just like, how did it? Like, that's a lot of equipment. You can't just like, it's not like you can just pickpocket that, you know?
Well, yeah, it was just overnight. They just break in, take it. Wasn't the nicest area that I was operating in,
right?
But look, cops just don't really give a shit. They're like, that's fucking stuff. Like
that which is seized must be repaid.
Did they take anything else?
I can't remember what it was just like a lot of camera gear. That's all it really was.
Bro, this is a fucking hit job,
I
man.
think it was quite literally like it was in a box, like sitting like right there.
Yeah.
So as soon as they get in, it's like right there. So like,
don't
easy.
mess with me.
Let's look for easy targets. But yeah, enough. I had no choice to do gaming.
Can I
at that
have
point.
fun this
So I
time?
was like, it worked out.
Like what? If all of my
combat
gear
needs
got stolen,
optimization.
I don't think I'd run
This is
away.
double speed.
Oh, I cried. I would be honest.
Here, there's thunder. Is that it? Nothing major.
Who's next?
A little more.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead return!
Don't mess with me.
A foregone conclusion. Conflict is pitiless. You chose the wrong enemy.
Ephemeral.
Receive divinity. 1,000 thanks.
Destruction.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead return!
Time for a fun. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Show no mercy.
And wither.
More enemies.
Let's settle this. Conflict is pitiless.
What a headache. What?
Dare you?
Not bloom.
Good as new.
Eternal sleep is the dead return!
You're wasting my time.
I'll see you off.
Don't mess with me.
Here, there's thunder! Time for the mask. Show no mercy.
Bad news.
You're wasting my time. Our roots run deep.
What a headache. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Time to end this.
Only a scratch.
Receive divinity. Eternal sleep is the dead return! Repay. A foregone conclusion. Conflict is pitiless. You chose the wrong enemy.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I'm waiting.
So I was a grown man. I was
fucking cried
crying.
too, yeah.
I was like a buff tradie at that point, but I was tears in my eyes. I thought my dream was dead. I was like, this was all my savings was on this. Like,
Was
this is my dream.
Was YouTube your full-time job back then, or
No,
was
not
it
at this
just-
point. Not at this
You
point.
already hit
Fucking hell.
60 subs.
Yeah,
Oh, 60 subs.
Hey, sorry, I also mumbled.
Bro, you must. Oh my! You had 60 subs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
5K.
Well, that was like my savings. I was like, I
Right.
was still living with my parents, so I was like, didn't have any costs. So I was either like getting on the piss doing drugs or buy camera gear, you know. So
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't want to be a drop kick, so I'll chase my dreams instead of doing what all my friends are doing.
Was it easy to kind of pick up gaming and making videos about that, or was it a bit
Well, I
of a-
always loved gaming. Like I was a massive nerd.
Well, yeah, you said machinima.
Yeah, so I was already, but I just didn't think it was realistic because I was, you know, even people to this day say, "Oh, it's too saturated. You can't do
I
it."
mean, if you think it's realistic, odds are you're probably way too overconfident.
Yeah, massively. But I started out doing like American sports, like Madden.
Okay.
I had like I was like the Australian kid that loved American sports. So that was another way to be different. I used to share it on Reddit, put my first videos on Reddit.
Like Aussie reviews, but
Well, I kind of just did really dumb shit. Like everyone was playing the game super seriously. They're like competitive. They do these series, or whatever. I was like, okay, take the fattest dude in the game. Can he score a touchdown? That was it. And I'd sit there for 12 hours trying to score until like the game glitched in some way so he could score. And then I put it on Reddit and everyone loved it.
Yeah, that sounds funny.
I
Yeah,
was sitting there saying like, oh, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Because I was fresh off the job site. And then, yeah, so like instantly, as soon as I was doing gaming, within like 3 months, I had like 50k subs. It was like,
Fuck.
So I was like, oh shit, I should have done this from the start.
was that like variety at that point, or was it?
No, it was just like American sports, like basketball, Madden. I think it was a year in I started doing like
what a
indie
niche.
games and shit.
Well, but I think you already like pinpointed the niche of just like, you know, not doing what everyone else was doing. Just being like, that's
Also-
where it is.
Also,
right?
an Aussie playing American sport. How did you get into American sports?
I grew up playing baseball for
Right.
whatever reason.
In Australia?
Yeah, I was shit at it.
How?
Weirdly enough, where I grew up,
I've never even seen a
Central
baseball
Coast.
field in Australia.
Time for a
Surprised, like
Really?
Sydney does decent. I was on the Central Coast, so like 2
Right.
hours north of Sydney. For whatever reason, my cousin was playing it.
an overhaul.
He'd later go on to play in America, so did my brother. So,
Oh, wow.
You know, reasonably good genetics in the family, but not for me. Not for me. I was dog shit. But it did mean my eyes were sort of open to, you know, foreign sport.
Right.
One day I happened to see a Family Guy episode,
Oh, yeah.
and it had Tom Brady in it. Which I don't know, he's my guy. He's my guy.
Okay.
And whatever reason, I just remember that. So one day I was just in the EB games,
Yeah.
saw Madden. I was like, oh shit, I'll try it. Yeah, bless.
Fuck yeah,
Bless.
man.
Get away.
But yeah, I was just like, yeah, no one else plays this game the way I would. And I kind of took that energy and saw the success from that. Like when I started doing
Follow
indie
my
games and
charge.
everything,
Conflict
same kind of thing.
is
When I started doing
pitiless.
Fortnite,
This combat
same kind of
needs
thing.
optimism.
I feel
This
like
is
I
double
saw it
speed.
slightly differently.
Right, right.
Not that I was
I
revolutionary,
have
but I
something
definitely
for you.
saw it slightly
Was
differently.
it mainly like when you were growing up? Was it mainly just sports games you were playing, or just like a little bit of everything?
Right. I was a fucking nerd.
Bro, you're on a podcast for nerds.
Yeah,
man. You're right in, man.
God.
Nerds.
My first two loves were RuneScape and WoW, so that's my.
All right.
They took
all right.
my entire
cool.
childhood years, and I was bullied relentlessly for it.
Yeah,
I'd never leave the house. I mean, I did the Call of Duties, I did the FIFAs, I did all that.
Yeah,
Played a lot
yeah.
of Age of Empires, like Total War series,
Let's settle
all the
this.
strategy, nerdy shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't even think that's that nerdy. Maybe I've
I
just
don't
grown
know.
up in a place where I'm just like,
That's
yo,
your norm.
I got so bullied for that shit. It was nerdy.
that sounds cool to me, man.
Oh, I think it's cool. I think it's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I got it.
Time for a fun.
There's no time to lose.
I'm so sad. I missed the whole RuneScape kind of like era.
RuneScape
It's not too late, man. It's not too late.
Yeah, I did play it like once for like a stream, and then it was a lot of fun. Although I would say we played it with like what is it, like not a multiplier, but
Like an accelerator.
like an accelerator,
There was
right?
So we did like a promotion with RuneScape, and
Yeah.
they had a server that was like times 50 XP.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And then
Yeah,
it suddenly
that would
came to the realization that I was like, I'm having a lot of fun, but if I just played this at normal speed, how long would it take to get through all the content I did in that 4 hours?
I mean, after that, I went and played on the times 50 server a little bit more, and I was grinding levels. And I'm like, oh my god, this is so slow.
Yeah, now as soon as you go back to the normal game, it's awful. But it's weird because it's the kind of game that you play while you're doing other shit.
Yeah, that's what
Right, which is
everyone who
funny.
tells me
Yeah.
who's played it does that. They're like, I'm doing something else, and I just keep clicking it while I'm doing the other thing.
Yeah, it's such a weird experience because you're playing it, but you hate playing it because it's such a grind. But you just when you get a level or a 99 or a big drop
That's
or
just
some
like
shit, it's
MMOs in general,
Just
I
dopamine.
feel,
Oh,
yeah.
but I mean, at least WoW, you're playing the goddamn game. I feel like when you literally click and then don't click for another like 30 seconds. It's like, what are you
Because
doing?
you click the tree, and then you're like,
Click the trade. Click the trade. You can trade combat click once every 20 minutes.
yeah.
What are you doing? It's like, where's that a game at that point? But like, I love it.
That kind of sounds
you
like a
still don't
gacha game to
understand.
me.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
like,
Feels
But
his
it's
desire to
taking,
control the
like,
heavens.
like it was one of the
and
OG
I'm no
like
exception.
grind mechanics games.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then obviously Gacha took
Show
a lot
no
of
mercy.
inspiration from those type of games like Cookie Clicker and all those games.
Oh, we love
Yeah.
Cookie
where you
Clicker.
don't fucking click anything.
Love it.
You just, you know,
Just let it sit, yeah.
yeah, you just click every now and then you're like, all right, I'm just gonna leave it for 10 years. I'm gonna leave the
Time for a
clicker on.
fun.
I hate those.
Follow
I
my chart.
always just get like I always start cookie clicker and then I just hack it.
I have
Do
something
inspect
for you.
element and change shit. And
Does that work?
yeah, no,
Oh
just
my
gives you
God.
instant, like just change one value, you get like you beat the game.
but you don't get the gratification of
I'll see you off.
clicking the
Yeah, but that's
cookies.
What's the point of beating Cookie Clicker? There is no point,
I
right?
don't remember it. I don't think it does
It's
anything.
just like
for it,
it's like a
It's just to say you beat
dopamine
it, right?
bandage.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's why like I found myself
Eternal
actually
sleep.
kind
The
of
dead
obsessing with it for like a 3-hour period, and so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hack this and ruin it for myself. It's like when you cheat in a game.
Time for
Yeah.
a
You cheat in a game, it ruins the
There's
game.
no time to lose.
Yeah.
In a lot of
Combat
ways.
needs
So like you don't want to play it
optimized.
anymore. It's like a
This
way
is
to
double
solve
speed.
yourself from being addicted. Like if you play WoW or something, you just buy
It's thunder.
not so much in WoW, but like you buy all the gold, you buy all the gear.
Yeah.
You're bored after 10 minutes because
Time
there's
for an
nothing to
overhaul.
achieve.
Right.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
like
Done.
that.
So like, and then you move on and you break that addiction.
Yeah, but it's all about the journey, right? If you don't put effort in, you don't feel like the gratification of actually getting the items and actually getting like the power that you worked for, which is like kind of like I guess why pay to win games is completely broken the system now. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
even in those, you can't even pay enough. There's always like they slowly
Yeah,
like
yeah,
diminishing return it to the point that you're dropping thousands. You still can't quite always win.
yeah. So what
I command.
after the American kind of like
Let's wait and see.
I wanna fly the world. I wanna fly better. Take me where the weather's good. And we're together.
ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಮದುವೆ ಆಗೋಳು ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನ್ ಬೆಲೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು.
ಒಬ್ಳು ಹುಡುಗಿ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ.
ಒಂದೇ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಹುಲಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಂದು ಬಿಡಬೇಕು.
ಶೋಕಿ ಈಗಳೆ ಶೋಕಿ ಅಂತೆ.
100.
the gaming phase that you went through in YouTube, what came after that?
Did lots of indie games. You know, like
obviously
everyone was-
breaking it.
Is that so?
Obviously breaking it as much as possible.
Oh yeah, ideally like lots of mods and stuff. I like
Don't
kind of what
get
everyone was
complacent.
doing at that point. Like that was the biggest thing was like the Jacksepticeye's, even PewDiePie at that point. Everyone was sort of just doing
Time
indie
for a
games.
fun.
Like obviously
Yeah,
people were
like
successful in
Saga.
Minecraft, Call of Duty, whatever. But I still think the biggest games at the time were definitely like playing random games. Then I kind of started doing reactions for a bit. Like I just would look at Reddit and be like, "This is fucking dumb." I don't know.
Did that do well? Did people like it?
Yeah, I mean, look, at that point I was doing like
You chose the
150,
wrong
200k
anime.
video.
That's not bad
Did
at all.
that for a couple of years, but the issue was, it was good. Then at Apocalypse happened.
Eternal
The problem
sleep
is
and
when you're
dead
saying all the naughty words because you're Australian, you stop making money. So I
was there.
'Cause you're having to. They're applying American ad standards on
Yes.
other countries.
Yeah,
like UK and Australia, who notoriously swear a lot more.
You won't get
than
away.
America.
The C word is so easy.
It's not even. I didn't even say C word. It's just because the fact that like you know how some people say like
Yeah.
like that's fuck for me. I say fucking like I'll say as well, but it's with fuck in there as well.
Yeah.
It's like a sandwich of it. So it meant that like every third word in the video was fuck.
You still
Like-
humanity never
And especially the reactions, and like I was
no
probably a
exception.
bit edgy at the time where I'd show clips of like dumb shit happening.
Yeah.
No one dying. There was, no, so I did the Reddit 50-50 videos, and I always
Oh, you
blur
did
it.
Reddit 50-50?
Nah, but
on
I'd blur
YouTube?
it. But like, you could kind of probably still anyway.
Yeah.
Like you could maybe see some
Can I
fuck
have
shit.
fun
I don't know,
this
but I
time?
There's no time to lose.
But yeah, I feel like
It's pitiless.
I just 2016 and pre-YouTube was such a different place, so I was still kind of existing like that.
Yeah.
My whole back catalogue, and then at Apocalypse happened.
So
And then
how,
you're like Fortnite, family friendly.
You know, especially the first year of Fortnite, I'd still swear a little bit, but I
I'll see
definitely
you
tried to be a little bit more intelligent with how.
You get like, a lot of parents. And they'll,
Oh, all the time.
no
My
way,
favorite one,
really?
it's
My
my
enemies.
big. It's such. It's not even that much of a swear word, but my favorite one is, it was peak COVID, so like viewership was crazy. It was the biggest Fortnite event at the time. I think I
chose
had
the
like
wrong
900k viewers because no one could get in the game. So I was
Right.
doing a
Right.
live stream for the
Time for an
event, but
overhaul.
900k viewers.
900k.
Was this on
views.
YouTube?
Yeah, well, I was the number one for that day. Like whenever I'm streaming, I happened to be the number one stream. So when the servers went down and only so many people were in the game, everyone just flooded to YouTube. So
Right.
it was just like.
Conflict is
But the point is, I was saying there's
I'll
like a
see you
delay
off.
in the event for some reason, and I was like, oh, this event gave me blue balls. And that's all I said. It was the most minor thing ever. And then I started getting abuse on Twitter from these parents, like how disgusting I was watching this with my 9-year-old daughter. How I have to explain to my 9-year-old daughter what blue balls are. And I'm just like, why? Why do you have to explain?
No, you don't have to explain.
Well, you don't. No one asked you to explain that. I'm also like, I was probably saying fucking shit and stuff before it. So like, do your due diligence as a parent to know what your kids are watching and whether they should be allowed to watch me. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, the
Yeah.
moment you hear that Australian accent, you should be on high alert.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just like that doesn't seem like my problem.
I gotta ask, because like, you know, when you have your normal viewers on a live stream, you know, you don't really bat an eye at it because you're so used to having
Yeah.
this kind of audience. When it was getting up to like, when you had like 900,000, you starting to get like a little nervous. You're like, oh god, this is a lot of people.
It was definitely weird, but I think because it was a Fortnite event,
you know how to
I
handle it.
knew they weren't. Like, it wasn't so much about me. It was kind of like I didn't
they
feel the
were-
pressure.
okay.
It was more of like,
Right.
is the Fortnite event good? I
You
don't
just
know.
show it off.
It was just kind of cool, but
minimize that box of you in the corner.
Yeah.
Just shrink it and be like, show. The
I
game.
honestly could. I could have been on mute. No one would give a shit. I feel like once it goes past a certain number, like, you just don't think about it.
That's true. that's
Yeah.
true.
I feel like it'd be a lot more stressful when you first start and you get 10 viewers. Than
Yeah.
when you go from like 10k concurrents to 50k, it's like
Yeah.
obviously you appreciate it, but it's like you're not actually
Yeah,
changing what
yeah.
you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you tried to, I guess, like more, not so much censor, but be more self-conscious about, you know,
Time for an
like
overhaul.
swearing and
Did you say
just
fucking
being Aussie?
videos?
Oh, I still, but more strategically. Like I'll say it when it's necessary.
Strategically.
Well, it's like I
As a
feel like-
last resort.
I think I was talking to Mr. Beast about it once, like, a couple of years ago. He's like, you don't have
You
to
chose
swear
the
to be
wrong
funny.
enemy.
Because he used to be a little bit more
Time for a
edgy back in the
buzz.
day.
Yeah,
and he
yeah, yeah.
cleaned
Get
himself
away.
up a
Be
lot.
6,000 €.
Yeah. And he obviously cleaned himself up a lot. He was
Yeah.
talking to me about it because I was so stressed and my ad rates were so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, I've got mine to this point from this point. Like, here's what you got to do. And he's just, you don't have to swear to be funny. I'm like, but so
That goes against every Australian, like...
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's just such a
Master
fun word to
stroke.
say.
Yeah,
but,
it's so easy.
like, but yeah, so I sort of toned it back and I was like, okay,
Conflict is pitiless.
I'll just be more strategic. So if like the fuck really serves the video,
Yeah.
or it really serves what I'm saying,
Yeah.
then
I
I
have
say.
something for you.
But now you got to just be more careful in general.
Yeah, because I do like scripted videos,
I have
and
something
I
for
also
you.
noticed like the big dip in like ad revenue whenever like my older videos had much more swearing in it. So every time like I script a video now, if I use like a swear word, I'm like, can I replace this
Much
word and it
obliged.
still hit the
Yeah.
same?
Yeah.
The problem is though, 90% of the time I'm just like,
A foregone
I need
conclusion.
the fucking there, man.
Yeah, I
fucking need him, man.
fucking need it.
Yeah,
He needs it.
Yeah, I remember we did a.
We ruin our ad rates. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh my god! Like we're in Australia. We kind of know when we're in
It's
Australia.
legally, it's fun.
Yeah, the ad rates are gonna go down.
It was one of the, like, and probably, I guess in a lot of ways, when you're scripting, it's probably not as much of an issue. But I did find it stressed me out so much more and made it so much more like harder to record.
Yeah.
Because I was constantly thinking about what I was saying for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Whereas everything
Yeah.
else just always just be, even if like I think early on I probably put on a little bit more of I was a bit louder. I was a bit more like talking full on.
Yeah.
But still, everything I was saying was kind of just whatever. Just
Yeah.
Also, I can never know sometimes what counts as like a swear word for like the American audience or like the American
Yeah.
corporations. Because I remember we once did a panel. I think it was just me and Joey that did a panel in LA, and it was like a very, very big panel, and we had to like sign a contract being like, you cannot swear on stage.
Yeah,
you cannot
like, at
swear.
all.
And I'm like, ma'am, I understand. I will only speak the Queen's English for this panel. And within like the first 5 minutes, I say, God damn it, or something.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that counted as a swear.
Wouldn't even think about it.
Yeah, I just said, God damn it. And then they muted my mic because they were like, we said no swearing. And I was like, what did I say? And they were like,
Done.
you took the Lord's name in vain?
Yeah.
That is a swear word.
If it's not a gosh darn it, then
Yeah.
it is not on air.
And I was like, I could not believe it.
I've recorded with some people that don't like you saying like, oh yeah, God damn it or anything. They don't like you saying God in any way, which is fair enough. Like
Yeah.
that's I will respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is that's so foreign to me for that to be like, insulting.
So like you said that like when the apocalypse
Don't get
happened, you were like
complacent.
affected quite heavily.
Perhaps you
Like
still
to
don't
what
understand.
degree did it affect you? Because
Humanity never
like I feel
confesses its desire to
especially
control the
for
heavens,
someone
and I
like
know
an
it's
Australian
optional.
creator where it's like so easy to just say
Eternal
fuck and,
sleep.
like,
Yeah.
all the
Dead
other words. Like
return.
how like what percentage of your channel has got fucked over?
I mean, so every video is demonetized. And it was for like
Good as new.
18 months until I
Time for an
it was
overhaul.
actually like now if I look back, a lot of them got greened again. But
Yeah.
Right.
Like, how many videos are you talking? Like
I was doing like I was doing daily upload work at that point, so like every video. I mean, obviously there was people so far worse off because like I was able to move back with my parents and stuff.
Can
So I
I
was probably
have
still
fun
learning
this
like
time? Time for a
So wait,
fun.
the apocalypse said you
Follow
had to
my
move
chart.
something to your panel.
yeah. Well, I lived in Sydney. It's just like I was
Conflict
paying
is
like $600 a week for rent or something like that. It's like that shit adds like you can't do that. You can't do that.
fucking hell.
So I ended up like having someone else move in to pay the rent, and then I just went back to my parents.
oh my god.
And so like, but it's more of the fact that like, yeah, I was still probably doing like 45K a month in revenue.
More enemies.
But like,
Time for a fun.
it was like,
But it wasn't adding
like,
up
it
to
was
the
like,
views you were getting, right?
and that might have been Australian dollars too. So that was like, I don't know,
numbers.
this,
Like 2-3K.
yeah, it's like I had enough to live, but it's like then there's no savings and stuff, and it's like you're
Yeah.
right on that edge of like this is obviously enough to live. That's like, especially at that point in my life, this
Yeah.
is enough to live.
Yeah.
But I have a slight dip in views
Yeah.
You won't
It's
get
like-
away.
because
It's dangerous.
Yeah, it's
A
like
foregone
okay, then I'm
conclusion.
actually
Conflict
got like
is
so that's
meaningless.
like it was more of the anxiety of being on the
Time
edge
for
of
a
that.
fun.
Right.
And granted, bless my audience, they were
This
very
is double
supportive of mine because I was
speed.
very transparent about it. I was like, you get fucked.
That's the last fuck part.
and it was just like, you know, obviously plenty of creators also still work and do YouTube at the same time. Respect that massively. But it's like, once you break out of like, once I left the job site,
Follow my
going,
chart.
it's just like,
You
it's
couldn't
a
go back.
scary thing. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
this is not going to last forever. This could disappear. Like, if I have one little dip, it's just done.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know, massively privileged too that like my parents can still house me. You know, a lot of people obviously don't have that either. So my situation was nowhere near as bad as it could be. But
Yeah.
I'll
it
see
just
you
created
off.
so much unnecessary stress. I think like as soon as they started, you could like review the videos.
Receive divinity.
That's when it got
Good
back
as
up to
new.
like
Eternal
okay,
sleep.
Right.
because like some of them will go back to being green. And some of them,
Yeah. So like we met a lot of YouTubers who kind of just like fell into the occupation like out of I guess like accident because they never thought that this would be a job. But it sounds like you got into this with the expectation that you're like, I want to make this my job. I want this as my career. Like when did you start to realize, okay, I can actually make this a thing?
Honestly, like that first 3 months on the gaming channel, I was like, damn, this shit's easy. I'm actually fucking amazing. This is easy. No, I mean, I have massive imposter syndrome, so like the entire time.
So everyone,
every YouTuber.
Yeah. I was just like, this is going away. This is like, I'm actually making shit videos while I'm watching this, it's all bots or something. But I was like, I'm not gonna quit while it's working. I don't know.
Yeah, you chose the wrong enemy.
Yeah, I don't know. Always never felt valid.
Are you ever gonna go back to the construction routes where you just start smashing shit? We should revisit. Yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun.
10-year period.
I'd
10
like
year,
to, honestly. If I can get like a
Received
team to top of slow-mo like I am the slow-mo guys, like I do know Gavin
There's
quite
no
well,
time to
maybe get
lose.
him over here, buddy.
Yeah.
Film me smashing something with an excavator. I mean, yeah, it'd be fun. I have had something written down for ages to remake my first videos.
Right.
That'd be great.
Eternal.
Well, I just don't like leaving the house. I don't like touching the house. So
Thank you for coming out.
but I just feel like real world production intimidates me a lot. Like, I know how to like build something out in the gaming space, or even when I did real world stuff, it was always a vlog. Like this, bless everyone, everyone doing the production here.
Yeah.
More enemies.
Are you building a studio now?
Was that sorry?
Aren't you building a studio?
We are, but still, it's mostly just gonna be me sitting at a desk there.
They've just got like offices around it, just staring.
Yeah. And like, I mean, I might build off like a lot of what Lockie's doing and his experience, and even working with people here. Knowing them quite well now. I might do some real world things. Might see me. My favorite one's it's like a slasher, so it's like a big lawnmower. You put a bobcat. You can tilt it up. You can throw things into it. So imagine throwing things into a giant lawnmower blade.
I'd watch that. This podcast is brought to you by Cash App. With tools for saving and spending, it's the best place for you to level up your money and glow up your life.
And that's exactly what you need, because guys, I do not know how much money I've spent on gacha. How do I fix that, guys?
Gone. You need Cash App in your life.
What does Cash App do, Connor?
Well, Gone, you can keep track of your own coin, because you'll see that balance update immediately when you waste all that money on gacha, so you always know when a payment went through.
All it takes to pay someone is their phone number, email, or cash tag. You can even scan their QR code straight from the app.
So you can pay me back now.
Yeah, exactly.
You can pay me back, right, Joe? You'll pay me back.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you'll pay me back.
Oh, yeah.
You owe me some money as well.
Thanks to Cash App.
And not only that, you can save on everyday spending as well. Get exclusive discounts with the Cash App Pay and Cash cards. And you know what? Cash App lets you bank the way that you want.
Thank God. Gamers, I've recently been playing RPGs, and I would never go against the final boss on the levels. I grind that shit out. So why would I go into the world not having grind my financials?
So, like the gamer over there, if you want to level up in your life, you got to level up on your money. So download Cash App in the App Store or Google Play Store in the link down in the description below. With no hidden fees and a free-to-order debit card, it feels like a cheat code for your finances.
Back to the episode. So, obviously, you started doing Fortnite, and that's where things kind of went.
That was the big yes.
So how did you go from, I assume when you started Fortnite, it was already out, obviously, and it kind of already had its own scene. How did you kind of see it and be like, I think I can do this differently? And then how did that translate to you becoming the number one?
Yeah, so I mean, I think when it came out, it had 1 million subs, so I definitely wasn't like subbed
You were pretty
or anything. I was doing like 150k, yeah, like a video or something. I started when it first came out, so before anyone was really making videos on it, I was like, I was there. I wasn't the first, but I was within the first week or two of that.
Wow. Okay.
I was sort of at least playing it. But then I was having big issues with my eyes, which I still do to this day. But so I like stopped kind of gaming for a little bit. I don't know. So I left it for like 3 or 4 months.
Oh, shit.
And then I started seeing everyone doing skits on it, and I'm like, fuck them, I want it. Like, what the hell? This is bullshit. They're getting like 6 mil views a video daily on this. Like, this game's crazy. And like, I loved playing it, but it was just like, genuinely, I couldn't look at computer screens. I was in heaps of pain.
Oh shit.
So then I just said, fuck it, fuck my pain. I'm just gonna do it.
Your eyes are just like burning. You're like, alright guys, we're gonna get a victory royale.
I sum it up by calling it like eyeligma, but I have like 3 like conditions, which are very complicated. But basically, it means my eyes are always red. I'm in massive amounts of pain when I look at a computer screen, and there's no moisture in my eyes. So it was just, I picked the worst profession in the world.
Right. Look at a fucking screen.
But I was like, damn. it was do or die. I'm like,
That's the most Aussie solution I've ever heard in my life. Just like, fuck it, mate.
yeah. Genuinely, I was like, look how big this is. I genuinely love playing the game. I love when I can make videos on it. I just want to do it. I'm just gonna have to toughen the fuck up and do it. I don't know.
Any other person would have been like, maybe I should just do other content.
Yeah. I tried to do like vlogs for a little bit again. I just struggled so much with like organizing shit.
divinity.
I lived in my coastal town. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do every day? Like it was like Logan Paul was popping off, and I'm like, how do they come up with shit to do every day?
Yeah. Producers.
I know, but still, like, you ain't doing that on the bloody Central Coast. Like,
I mean, given it's a lot harder than you're not near much.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it was kind of similar to the sports videos where everyone was, like, people were definitely doing challenges, they were doing meme things, they were having fun. But I was just so shit at the game, and I still am, that I just think I probably had a slightly different way of seeing things. Like, it goes back to that, like, even if other people doing challenges, I just didn't, a little differently. Slightly differently. And I've done so many different games.
Give me examples of some stuff you did.
What was like
I made
the one?
so many fucking Fortnite videos. So the first one that was like the big viral one was the first ever Fortnite event. I tried to stop it, and that was. It sounds simple now because so many other people did it, like later on.
Yeah.
But everyone else they just watched the first Fortnite event.
Right.
One of my I think it was Toast that had the idea. We were sitting in Discord. It's like, what if we stop it? I was like, that sounds like a fucking mad.
Show no mercy.
So we practiced and everything. So we tried. We didn't succeed, but we tried.
Okay. What was the strategy?
So we just built a box around the rocket ship. I don't know if you ever played Fortnite or saw that event or whatever it was, but it was like a massive. That was peak Fortnite. That was like Ninja playing with Drake era. And it was a rocket ship just going in the sky. So
Eternal sleep is
Wait, so how did this event work? It was the rocket
Oh,
ship.
so just in the game, at random one point, there was like they added this rocket ship to the game, and then like a few weeks later,
Time for a fun.
took off.
Right.
And it was like a countdown. It was like the first ever like worldwide in-game event that everyone was participating in at the same
So
time.
everyone shared the same space? Or like, how
So
did you-
everyone, if you loaded into a game, was seeing you thing at the exact same time. But everyone was in different games.
Oh,
But it was just happening at the same time. So you do different things where you'd like have to time exactly when you join the lobby. Some people like the game's ending as it was happening. Some people got eliminated, had to spectate it happening. But yeah, we loaded up like practicing. Practiced a couple times. Like how quickly we could build it. And then we built around it, and it just took off straight through it. But it was bang a thumbnail. And people just loved the energy of like sitting there just doing some dumb shit. Like everyone else just wanted to watch it. We were the only one that did anything different for that event.
Would you say that's kind of like your content brand, just taking a game and just being like, let's just do some fucking dumb shit?
Well, you got it when you're not good at them. You got to like, you know, do weird shit. Like my favorite Fortnite video is the one where I won without moving. And that's just the same energy. It's like everyone tries to get like 30 bombs, get 30 kills. I'm like,
Did you win without moving?
I did win. I mean, look, I won without moving, but it's because I stream sniped my friend who was in the same office without him knowing, and he was like a psychopath at the game. And I still got like 1 in a million, all the perfect circles, all that.
Right.
But I was sitting in a tree. I landed straight in the tree, sat there all game. Just got all the perfect circles, like 1 in a million. He just deleted the whole lobby. Had no idea I was in the game.
Yeah.
Looking for the last player. He's like, where is this dude? It's me. I'm in the tree. So then I ran into his office, kicked him out of the game, and I got the victory right now. So that was like, you know, I tried for a week to get it, like just without stream sniping him. Then I was like, fuck, I want to finish this video. I have to figure out how can you actually do this and think outside the box.
Right.
And actually, I'd spent like 3 months prior to that trying to win completely AFK. I had someone I paid someone to just film the screen as they just load into the game and just don't touch anything. Just to see if you can win completely AFK. So it was kind of like an evolving idea. It wasn't possible. Like it technically
was it close
is, but
at any point? Like, was there any?
I think we got a couple top 3s and stuff AFK. But the circles would never go to where the AFK players would drop.
Right.
So it's just you'd have to be so obscenely
lucky.
The odds just weren't in our favor. We played like 2,000 games or something.
Oh my god!
At one point, we're running like 3 accounts.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, it was just like, you know, I'm shit, so I can't do what some of these other people are doing. I gotta do what's organic to me.
That makes sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're using that to your strength, right? And I feel that's like something that it seems like something that anyone can do, but just like it's the difference between being like, oh yeah, I could do some dumb stuff because I don't have the skills to actually like play the game normally. And then there's the difference of actually committing to doing it, right?
Yeah,
and I think that's like the massive
Got
difference.
to sit there for a week filming something, you know.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. Everyone else, not everyone else, like that's like a very general statement, but maybe like some of the people that I knew or I was watching or something, like everyone was so obsessed with like the daily Fortnite upload.
Yeah.
And I was for a bit. I would try and stick to it, but I was definitely like, if this video needs an extra couple days, I'm gonna give it to it.
Yeah. Well, I've heard that a meme now is a meme that's crept up is your upload schedule.
Oh
now,
yeah, no,
that's
it's dog shit.
Yeah. What's is that to do with your eye? Ligma,
Actually,
or,
in some ways, because I edited, like I got help on like a couple videos, maybe
Right.
like 10 or 15
Right.
videos throughout the years. But otherwise, I edited every single video I ever uploaded.
What?
Wait, do you still do that?
If it's on my main channel, mostly. Like I get some. It's like nowadays, if it's on the main channel, someone will like do one of the run-throughs. I'll add some like extra things here or there. But I'm still doing the rough cut organizing. I'm still doing the final cuts. And sometimes I'm still doing the whole thing.
Well, that's definitely not helping your eye look.
No, well, so that's it, right? So
Oh my
like,
God.
I think it's right.
You're this big and you still like edit your own videos?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm trying. I'm trialing people. I'm trying to get out of this. It's like, it is like a mental illness. I don't. It's like it's a bad thing. You should never do it. It's amazingly important early on to definitely do everything yourself.
Oh,
in
yeah,
my opinion.
yeah.
You need to learn the skills. You need to know how to edit. So when you're talking to someone who edits,
You just sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
you know what they're going through to make something happen. So
Right.
you're not giving unreasonable demands or something like that.
Yeah,
I think it's very important.
Is it just like the anxiety of handing off something that you made to someone else, or
Sometimes,
because I think that's like a big issue with like that was an issue with me when I first got my editor, where it's like I was editing my own stuff for the first like 4 or 5 years of my career, and then when I finally got to that point where I'm like, fuck, I don't have the time to like make these videos and upload them at the pace I want to.
Yeah.
And also like I'm just not very good at editing in general, so it's like, and I don't have the
Someone
time
can
to
always
like
do better.
improve on it. So I always had that anxiety of like, well, what if I give it to someone and it's not exactly to the vision that I wanted to, or like how do I don't want to be that annoying dude to just like constantly tell my editor like fix this
Yeah.
when I could just do it myself, right? Like, did you have that anxiety?
Yeah,
or-
I feel like I definitely struggle because I just, like, no matter what, and like, I don't want to say everyone sucks. Not everyone sucks, but definitely people have different styles, they have different approaches.
Yeah.
And I think I suck at the fact that I am not very good at like giving notes and stuff. I'm like that kind of person. Like, fuck, I'll just do it myself. Like, they'll send me back like a test edit. Like, fuck, I'll just finish it.
Yeah,
I'm just like, because I'm like, I don't want to sit here. I get frustrated.
Right.
Like I said, it's me being broken in the brain.